Hi everyone, it's Glasses Geek, and I thought I wasn't going to do this video, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. And also, I don't know what the camera's catching, so I'm going to turn it around here real fast and just speak into the microphone pickup on, because I'm doing this from my phone. Uh, so yeah, it's 1 a.m. and it's 1 a.m. Friday the 30th, October 30th. 2020 that I'm recording this. And I wasn't going to do this video, but then I listened to a sad song and I decided, oh, screw it. I might as well go ahead and do it. So I'm going to turn around this camera now. And so, yeah, to get to the point, this video is about the future or the near future. So what is going to happen? And I just want to say, I just want to preference this whole video with, I'm extremely sorry. Please don't shoot me, the messenger. Please don't shoot the messenger. And I sincerely hope that I'm wrong. I can't tell you how badly I need to be wrong in good ways that this terrible stuff does not happen. I sincerely need to be not correct. And some of the stuff that I'm going to say is I'm going to be reiterating stuff that I've said in other videos. But also for the video itself, this is obviously kind of just a podcast, sort of. There's going to be no visuals, as you can see. Just, the cover on my bed and my one hand that isn't holding the phone. So, yeah, so I might as well just get into it. So what's coming into the near future? Most people, and I don't know why, but ever since I was born, you know how most people have past life memories? Well, I have had future life memories. I have had memories from future lives that apparently I've already lived. And it's like I've come back in time to live this life. I'm still not entirely sure why, but now we're coming into the point of time that I know. And I'm telling you, this is the way it's going to be. And I don't know how far I'm going to go into the future in this video, but as for the immediate future, now why I can remember and why I know about certain things and not others, I don't know. But it's almost like the way memory is. It's like, why do you remember this, but you don't remember that? Even though both of them were significant things in your life and for yourself, why does one significant thing, why is that remembered and the other one isn't? Who knows? But what I do remember for the world is this, and this is going to be some reiteration, retelling of exactly what I said in other videos, but there is going to be a little bit of new information. First and foremost, and you can literally place bets on this. And actually let me see. Okay, first and foremost, Trump is going to be president. That's what I am getting. That is what I am getting. That Trump is definitely going to be president. What I got, and this is interesting, I was listening to here we go. I was listening to the Astrology podcast, and they actually did an election. I don't know if they did a podcast, but they definitely did election astrology over America and America's election. And I don't know what podcast it was, but at the 1 hour and 6 minute mark to 1 hour and 10 minute mark in whatever podcast this was, I don't know what, they said that according to astrology, now this isn't me, this is astrology. They said, according to the astrological signs, the U.S. is looking like Rome was in the star chart when Rome went from being a democracy to an empire ruled by one person. Of course, this was Octavian back in the day when he became ruler at about 27 BC, and all the government gave him full power and a new title, which was Augustus. And it's looking like this is happening now with the US. And it has something to do with the air, the element of air and the element of earth or dirt coming into alignment, exact alignment. That goes into Wiccan stuff, I guess. So yeah, personally, from my own knowledge, I found out, I was reading about and looked this up, how George Washington had a vision of an angel. Don't read all the info about it, just read the vision that he recorded or that someone recorded about him, but read the vision itself. I don't have the website that I got that on, but George Washington had a vision. And from that, I actually managed to channel, if you want to call it that personally, the US is going to have 100 presidents. And since we're nearing our 50th president, it looks like the US is going to go from, which lines up with this, with the astrologers, it looks like the US definitely on our 50th president, there's going to be no more arguing about it. We're going to go from a free society to what we've always considered a communist society. Definitely, but it looks like it's happening definitely beforehand. So yeah, the U.S. is going to have 100 presidents, and this is far in the future. The U.S. is going to have 100 presidents, and then after we have 100 presidents, we're going to be one of the last few countries that are actually going to be a country, because by the time we reach our 100th president, at the end of that, there's going to be no more need for countries at all. Everything is going to be advertisements, and basically everything is going to be companies and corporations and whatnot. So countries themselves completely dissolve. So there's not going to be any need for countries anymore. And what I got was that, but before this, the 100-year mark, there will be a war, and there eventually will be a golden. Oh yeah, there was that. That's what the angel told George Washington, that we're actually going to have another civil war in the U.S. And after, I don't know how long, there's going to be a golden laurel, kind of a crown leaf thing put on the blue part of the flag where all the stars are. So that's going to be interesting. That is going to be coming up a whole lot sooner than the 100-year president. This civil war, I actually see this happening within somewhere when we have our 50th president. I don't know if it's going to be the 50th president exactly. I don't know if it's going to be, the 45th president. I don't know if it's going to be, Trump and all that. I don't know if it's going to be like the 55th president or maybe even the 59th president. But this war, the Civil War that nearly brings the country down entirely before it hits its 100-year mark, it looks like we're coming up on that. Also, other things that are coming up very, very soon here. I've been told that the stock, and I know that I'm not supposed to be telling this, but I'm going to tell it anyway. The stock market is going to crash. But it's the world stock markets. It's not just the US. The US stock market is going to go down. When that's going to happen, I don't know. I got a feeling it's going to happen within the next 5 years, but this is going to be so bad that, remember, has anyone heard the old saying that in Russia there was prices were so bad that you could have a wheelbarrow full of money and not be able to buy a loaf of bread? We are going to hit that in the US. And I'm telling you this right now, if you have your money in stocks, the only thing that's going to survive is going to be medicine, the medical thing, literally. And I'm wanting to cough here because it's like I'm not supposed to be letting this info out, but it's the truth. You can gamble on this. You can put your money on it. It's like spirits trying to cut my voice off here. But remember how there was a tech boom in the 80s and how, like, if you really wanted to make money, put your money in new and emerging technology, whether that be computers, whether that be, well, not Google, but, before Google became Google. Uh, so, like in the 90s and in the 80s, tech was the big thing. That's what medicine is going to be, except it's going to be even bigger. The only other thing that's going to survive, and it's going to be a real argument whether or not it's going to survive, is going to be precious metals such as silver, gold, platinum, precious items like diamonds, rubies, stuff like that, pearls. And that stuff is not going to survive either. When I say survive, what I mean is everything else is going to go into the negative. Like everything is going to be worth negative $10, negative $50, something like that. Well, pearls and, metals and stuff like that, that's going to be worth like $1 to $5 if you're really lucky. The only thing that's going to have any money at all is going to be medicine. Point blank, literally medicine. Anything medicine at all. Everything else is going to be just essentially worthless. And this actually lines up with another astrologer who said that the world markets are going to tank to the point where no one's going to be able to buy or sell anything. And we're actually going to have to go on to a bartering system. Now, I can definitely see that happening in the rest of the world, other world markets, Europe and whatnot. But I didn't think the U.S. was going to be a part of this. Turns out that the U.S. is definitely going to be part of this. It's going to happen in pockets. I'm actually seeing right now pockets in pieces here, there, and everywhere. But then it's those pockets. Then you ended up having like a sheen over the entire thing of just absolute, just like death, absolute death. And speaking of death, this is a happy, fun little video. I am so sorry. I don't mean to be bumming people out, but I'm sorry. This is what I see. And I hope to God that I'm wrong. I just need to be wrong so badly. But as far as I know, I'm right. So yeah, COVID is taking everyone out. And this is going to sound unbelievable. And this is also going to get into the far future. And this is going to go into the next 1,000 years, literally. But even though COVID is taking everyone out, I do not see population numbers going down. Population numbers are actually going to shoot up even higher than they already have been. We are actually going to outstrip our resources to the point where we're not going to be able to feed ourselves anymore. We're actually going to invent technology that, for lack of a better way to put it, let's just sum it up like this. It rejuvenates our very cells in our body. And one of the offcasts of that, when this machine is on us, is going to be light. So it's going to actually, to the more simple, it's going to look like a light, kind of like your, like put your cell phone, put the screen on like flashlight or bright, and then lay it face down, and then just pick it up, like barely a fourth of an inch from like say the tabletop surface, and the light that's coming out, that's what these machines are going to look like. They're going to go over your stomach, and they're going to renew your cells. Believe it or not, they're not going to renew your cells entirely because our bodies are actually constructed to eat. You actually need food. So you're going to feel the effects of starvation, but you're going to be able to continue to work and function anyway, despite that. And you're going to be able to not die because of this technology. You're not going to die from starvation because of this technology. That is an oversimplification in the extreme, but that is literally essentially what will be going on. Within the next 1,000 years, we will invent this technology because we will have outstripped our resources to the point where no one will be able to eat anymore. There will be more people than there will be food to feed the people on the face of the earth. On top of this, and so we're going to have that technology just to allow us to live. This will also help us with living in space because we'll be able to have colonies in space and not have to worry about having plants to feed us, or even animals to feed us. So, oh man, there was something really important that I wanted to say, which was going to be a whole lot closer, and it was going to be within like the next 100 years here. Oh man, you wouldn't believe some of this technology that's going to come out within this next just 100 to 500 years. It is unbelievable. It is. We're not going to be using toilets anymore. We're actually going to be using essentially like vacuum cleaner wands. It's right now no one would understand it, so I'm not even going to go into that. I don't know what else to call it other than that. But I mean, literally, I'm essentially talking to people. Anyone that watches this video, I'm essentially talking to in the 1800s about cell phones and the internet, and it's a little worthless. I mean, literally, when I was a child, I was dreaming and thinking about what we have nowadays: tablets and cell phones. I was literally thinking about this. By the way, the next thing that's coming out, and Elon Musk is working on this right now, which I'm really shocked about. People are actually going to get integrated with their technology. They're going to be able to wear contacts that will not only give you a screen in front of your eyes, but it will actually be able to record from your eyes what you are seeing. And we're going to be able to track people and their movements via that. And you'll be able to wear basically what you could call hearing aid devices, earbuds even, that will actually be able to give you music like nowadays, but it'll actually be able to pick up and record the sound around you, you know? And it'll actually have better video quality than your high-end 1000. It'll be equivalent to the high-end $1,000 to $2,000 cameras that we have nowadays. That's how good the video is going to be. I'm not sure about the audio. The audio should be like that too, but all I ever see is video. I don't know. I automatically assume the audio. I am a visual person, so the visual is more important to me than the audio. So yeah, I know that this sounds just, I'm sorry, but like an absolute crap show. There we go, crap show. But this was important for me to get out there. And this was important for me to tell everyone. Brace yourselves for this election. The astrologers, they actually said that there's going to be a long, hard fight all the way into March of this coming year. And sometime either after March or maybe a little bit before, sometime around the month of March, it's finally going to start settling down. And they said that it's going to, and if you're wondering about this, go to the Astrology Podcast. And I think that they ended up talking about this when they were doing the horoscopes for the year 2020, I think, because they did like horoscopes for all of, for each and every individual, like Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Leo, all of those. They did horoscopes for, all of them for the year 2020. And while they were doing that, they ended up talking about the election for this year. And they ended up doing those horoscopes like at the end of last year, 2019, which is interesting. So they're really on the ball. I'm really shocked at how accurate they are. I sincerely hope that they're wrong, that I'm wrong, and that none of this is going to happen. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. But brace yourselves for this election. It's going to be a long, hard fight. Don't bet money on it if you can. And once again, I already see and know this. I sincerely hope that I, got it wrong. And I sincerely, because one of the things that I notice is that if I come out of the closet and just say stuff point blank like this and just tell exactly what I know and what I see coming, it usually doesn't happen. So I'm hoping that in saying this, that all this horrible stuff doesn't happen. I sincerely hope it doesn't happen. So yeah, because, and by the way, the number 666 that the Bible warns about, what it actually is some it's kind of like a microchip that ends up going. The ones who are doing the controlling of everyone else will have it on the back of their hand. The ones who are being controlled will be the ones that have it on their forehead. And it's essentially going to be kind of like a microchip. And what it will actually do is it will tap into your brain, and it will essentially literally stop you from thinking. No one's going to see it like that, but that's literally what it's going to be doing. And so that is literally a way to strip away everyone's belief and everyone's ability to think for themselves and everyone's ability to function and act for themselves. So, which is why the Bible spoke against it to begin with. You know, they're like, don't let anyone control you like this. So that's some new information, and I know that that's from Revelation, and this rhymed. So, which I didn't mean to, but there you go. And I know that that sounds nutty too, but there you go. There's a little bit of information too about that. So yeah, I'm getting information about Revelation in the Bible. But you know, I'm sorry. Everyone needs to know about this. It is, in my belief, it is wrong letting someone go into something blind and not warning them about it. Even if there's absolutely no way to prepare for it, kind of like death, or actually, as I found out from some guy who actually did go blind, he had some condition and the doctor warned him, and he was waiting for it. He was trying to get ready for it. And the day that he literally woke up blind, he said that there is nothing that can prepare you for that. Absolutely nothing. Nothing that you do, nothing can prepare you for that. But in my mind, I would much rather be warned about it so that it wouldn't be so much of a horrific blow. And yeah, there you go. There you go. So I'm warning everyone out there. And once again, I'm really sorry, and I hope I'm wrong. I definitely, I guarantee you, I need to be wrong. I need to be wrong. But if you have your money in the stock market, put it into medical things. The only other thing that might even quote survive unquote, and it's not going to survive, but the only thing that's going to quote survive unquote is going to be precious metals and rubies and stuff, and that's going to happen within the next 5 years or so. Definitely within the next 10. I really hope that that's wrong. And yeah, Trump is going to be president. I hope that that's wrong. And it's going to be a long, hard fight. And I hope that that's wrong. But there you go. Oh, and one last thing. And this one, I don't know if they're going to come out about it. And this one, I could be very, very wrong. I sincerely hope I'm wrong. But whether Biden becomes president or not, he is going to suffer a heart attack. Now, health things, I have been horrifically wrong about it. And I've been so incredibly glad when I've seen negative things and predicted negative things. And I've been so incredibly glad to be wrong about that. So I could be wrong about Biden. I could be wrong about him suffering a major heart attack. It's not going to kill him. Believe it or not, it's not going to kill him. He will survive. But it's going to be, it just, I don't know what else to say other than ouch. It's going to be rough on, I see his body, and that's rough. That is flipping rough. I don't know how else to put it, or sum it up succinctly and instantly for a video like this. So yeah, so whether he's president or not, I see him suffering a heart attack, and I see him not being president, and I see him definitely suffering a heart attack, damn near dying, but not dying. And he actually bounces back to the point where he's at now, where he's definitely up functioning and babbling his little head off like he is now. So there we go. This video is 24 minutes long, and I'm sorry it's so long, but this is a brain dump for me. I needed to get this off of my chest. And it feels so good to be able to talk to anyone else at all, even just the empty, sucking void. I can't tell you how good it feels to be shouting this into the empty, sucking void of the internet. Because the info and the darkness of the future is so horrific, I cannot bear it. And I need to unload it somewhere. So, to anyone who watches this, my deepest and most sincere apologies. And anyone who does listen to what I say, please, if there's any way to prepare yourself, prepare yourself. And yeah, believe it or not, the people who live in Utah really got it right. Have 2 to 3 years worth of supply of rations. And also, this is going to be bad for utilities. You better figure out some way to have utilities without, the grid. So, but I'm not, this video is 26 minutes long. I'm going to cut it off right here, right now. So I'm sorry about dragging it out so long, but I had to get this off my chest. This darkness is so deep and I have no one to bear it with. It's me and me alone. It's my soul alone that has been like Atlas, and I just can't take it anymore. And thank you for letting me open up. Thank you. But listen to what I say and watch the signs and wonders in the darkness and stars of the sky. And let's see if we can plot our way to a better future from here. That is a piece of poetry that I pulled out of my ass just now by me, Glasses Geek. So, bye.